It's kind of like, how do you expect things to change if you don't plan on moving the needle forward in any way? Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica, and of course this is my channel. Okay guys, I'm actually super excited for this video because it's kind of different than what I usually post, but like I feel like I just have to post this one, you know? I don't know what I'm gonna title it, but I feel like it's gonna be something along the lines of why it's super important to do the things that scare you. Okay, if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm just all about doing the scary things. Originally I was gonna make this into a TikTok, but then I was like, no, I need to do it like long format. I need to literally sit down on my bed with my cold brew. Rarely drinks coffee, gets a cold brew. Honestly, probably why I have lots of energy right now. But and yeah, and just come and just talk about this thing, you know, very relaxed, very chill, very in the zone. I'm kind of sweating, honestly, but we're gonna continue on. Okay, kind of have a list, but also like kind of want to free talk, so we're just gonna see how this goes and flows. Okay, I do want to start off with the most obvious one of why it's important to do the things that scare you. It's because you grow as a person. So when you do the scary things, basically you leave your comfort zone, and leaving your comfort zone, this is when the growth happens. This is when you experience new things. This is just like when you're able to grow as a person, because if you're in your comfort zone, like where you're safe, where everything's like, you're familiar with everything, you're not taking any risk, nothing new is happening, you're just like whatever, going with the flow, you are not able to grow as a person. A lot of things won't change. And I always say this, like nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're in your comfort zone, you're like, yeah, I'm expecting, you know, better and bigger things in life. Don't expect that to happen if you're in this bubble where you don't plan on doing anything new, anything different. It's kind of like, how do you expect things to change if you don't plan on moving the needle forward in any way? And I know that may trigger some people, but let's go there. Honestly, this video also isn't for everyone. And I say that obviously with like, you know, with lots of love and light and compassion and everything. Not everyone is ready to change their lives. Not everyone is like at the time in their life that they're ready to change their life, if that makes sense. You know, so some people are watching this video right now and you're like, holy shit, like this resonates with me. I know I'm in my comfort zone. I know I need to start changing some things. This video is for you. But some people, you're just like not ready to make that change right now, and that's okay. I'm a big like believer of, we're all on our own journey, we're all on our own path, and when it's time for you to make your change, that is when you'll make your change. Another reason why it's important to do the things that scare you is because you don't know what is on the other side of you taking that leap. Yes, you know what your life looks like right now, but how much better could it be if you actually took the leap, if you actually did something that scared you? So leave your country. That's literally my example. That's my life right now. Or even if you have something in your mind that you've been wanting to do for years, but you're just too scared, you don't know how much better your life could be. So why not take the leap? Why not do the thing that scares you? And what is the worst thing that can happen? Okay, it doesn't work out. That's okay. Then you go back to where you were, your baseline, and you try something else. If you don't even give yourself a chance to like have a better life, how do you expect to have it? Yes, I get it. It's scary. You don't know what's gonna happen. Who knows what's on the other side? Like, what if I fail? What if something goes wrong? But it's like, that is what you're here to do on earth, to experience different things. You actually deserve to have those goals and those dreams that you want in life, but you can't be in the same spot forever expecting that to happen. This kind of goes along with the next point, which is life can be super stagnant if you don't do anything that scares you. So you can go through life and have a mediocre life, and if that's what you want, that is fine. That's kind of like what I was saying in the beginning. This video isn't for everyone. If you want a mediocre life, totally cool, totally fine. I obviously respect that. That is just what you want, and I'm not here to be like, you have to have a better life, you have to make a change. Like, no. There's people who deep down know they desire that and they want that, and this is for them. But there's definitely people in the world who are like, I don't need to like try super hard. I don't need to, you know, have the best of the best. I just want to cruise control on through life. And you know what? If that's what you want to do, good for you. You know what you want to do. I just noticed I didn't close the window, so hopefully we're okay. So as I was saying, if you're living a mediocre life, you don't want bigger and better things. You just, you know, want to cruise control on through life. And life definitely does get stagnant. You just don't want more, you don't want less. And you're like, whatever, I'm okay with life right now, and life gets stagnant. The last point I have, I don't know if I would call it the most, like, I want to say the most emotional point, if that makes sense, or the most important, maybe, whatever, who knows. But basically, you prove to yourself that you're actually able to do hard things. And this is something maybe this is like one of the biggest lessons that I've learned throughout everything I've done in life that has scared me. When you're going through it, yes, it could be difficult, it could be scary, it could be tough, but when you come out on the other side and you look back at like what you've done, the scary thing that you've done, you're like, oh wow, I can do that. Like, it may seem super scary, but it's so worth it in the end. I only started having this realization when I started reflecting on things I've done in life. The first time I actually had this thought was when I was reflecting on my like 5-month leave from Canada. I did come back for the holidays though. I always say 5 months just because like, I feel like it's so annoying, but
I left for 2 months and then I came back for the holidays and then I left again.
Like, no. You know, I left for 5 months basically. I did talk about this a little bit in the video that I made after those 5 months, but it made me realize that like I can do hard things. Like the things that you say to yourself like, no, this is too hard, this is too difficult, that is just your ego trying to protect you from not doing it. Your ego is basically just trying to keep you safe. And when you actually do that, you're like, oh, like, okay, yes, it was difficult. Yes, I cried a lot, but I am definitely not the person I would have been if I didn't go through that journey, right? And not everybody has to leave the country for 5 months. Like, no. Everybody has their own journey, as I was saying in the beginning. Like, what is scary to you may not be scary to me, and vice versa. There's so many people during that time that were like, oh my god, I don't know how you're leaving the country for that long. Like, how are you doing it? Like, I could never. And we all know, like, I love solo traveling. I personally didn't even think it was like that brave or that scary to do. Like, the, I guess, scary part for me was leaving everything that I know here and just like leaving for 5 months, right? But so many people were like, I can never do that. Like, how do you even, you're doing this by yourself? Like, that is crazy. But for me, I'm like, what? Like, I've traveled alone for so long now that is just normal to me. Which is why I literally tell everyone that like, everybody needs to take a solo trip. There are people, I personally know people who are like, I will never do it. I need somebody there with me. And I'm like, you are too dependent on others. I'm telling you, like, even if you are a super dependent person, take like a weekend trip somewhere. It doesn't have to be out of the country, maybe just to another city, somewhere new, a different environment. And oh my god, I feel like you can even grow from that. I feel like if you're super dependent on someone, like one person, or even like people, having people around you, there is a reason for that. So you may need to like remove yourself from that familiar environment, go away for a few days, and actually be alone with your thoughts and like what you're thinking. I'm also a big believer in that you are not put in situations that you can't handle. Like, I definitely know that's the truth. There are, I don't know how to explain this. There are people my age who have been through crazy things, horrific things, and I know that I'm like, that's just not for my life. That's just not for me. I can't handle it. But there's also things that I have been through that I'm like, those people would not be able to handle that. That just proves to me that what is going on in your life is meant for you and you can overcome it. This video isn't meant to be that long, but I do just want to say that like, if you're thinking of doing something that's scaring you, you've been thinking about it for a while, this is your permission slip to do it. And sometimes if that thing seems way too big for you to do or for you to handle, you can try to break it down into smaller chunks so you can get the final effect afterwards. Yes, it may take a longer amount of time, but you don't have to jump into it. But do consider doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. Adding on to that, if you've been in your comfort zone for literally your whole life, it is actually more dangerous to just jump into something because your body, your brain, your nervous system is like, what are we doing here? So if you want to start this process, do it slowly. Yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say. I know this is a different format. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I can definitely talk about more things. This is kind of like my smoothie chats, but like just not in my car and not with the smoothie. And yeah, just like whatever topics I want to talk about. I literally have too much caffeine running in my blood right now. I need to relax. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Go on my TikTok, follow me on there. I'm on there every day. That's just where I am. That's the only place you can find me. Or you can email me if you want. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.